Good evening, guys. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I hope everybody enjoyed your weekend. Hope everybody enjoyed your weekend. I'm not gonna keep y'all. I ain't got that much battery juice anyway, so my phone about to go dead. But I want to update you guys on something, a few things. Surrounding our community. And when I say our community, I just don't speak about the black community. I speak for the whole community. I'm speaking about the whole community. Black, white, young, old, Mexican, Latino, it don't really matter with that. I try to cover everybody because I'm not racist or none of that. So, if I see a problem in the black community, I address it. I see a problem in the white community, I address it. If I see, government issues in the government, I try to address it. Police department, sheriff department, it don't discriminate. If you trying to make a community better, I mean, you can't pick and choose how you address it. Either you gonna be fair and address it all, or you just need to just leave it alone altogether. And that's where I'm at right there. I'm not racist, man. I got white friends, I got Latino friends, I got black friends. I mean, you got to be for everybody. But the one thing I want to first talk about to update you guys about is about the playground situation, right? Just in case some of y'all probably missed the post about the playground at Lake Park. So I did have a chance to reach out to the developers concerning the playground situation at Lake Park. Now, if anybody that done been past Lake Park, you see they doing a lot of construction and stuff down there, right? And in the midst of them doing that construction, the old playground is gone. The parking lot is gone. So I just want to tell you, a lot of people reached out to me about the playground situation, and I just wanted to update you and let you guys know that over 2.5 weeks ago, those developers that building that project, what they did was they sent the check to the Athens Clarke County government for $250,000 to have a new playground placed in the back of Lake Park. And that was, like I said, over 2.5 weeks ago. For some reason, we got this government that we have. It's slow. They slow. They back. I said it on a post, man. The government, the Athens Clarke County government is so backdated. It's ridiculous. They don't even have direct deposits. So what that tell you? But they got the money. They've been had the money. They had it for over 2.5 weeks. And the playground supposedly had already took the steps needed, to be placed in the back of Lake, right? Why haven't they started the playground? It deal with the government, why they haven't started that playground yet. But they do have the money. They should have started it. And they haven't started it yet. So, that's the deal with the playground situation. Now, what you guys can do, all the ones that have their kids either come from Bethel, Denoda, or the surrounding areas where your kids normally play on that playground, reach out to I know a lot of y'all said y'all done been tried to call Commissioner Link, and she won't answer the phone. So, all I can say is just keep trying to reach out to the commissioner and ask them why, or maybe go down to, they having a big meeting, huge meeting Tuesday down at City Hall. Why don't you guys show up and go down there and ask them on live and ask them, what's the prolong with the playground for Lake Park? Because it ain't the developer fault. They held their end of the deal. Good afternoon, Paula. They held their end of the bargain, man, and sent the money for the playground. The government, they operating up under 1985. So they kind of slow. So you might want to reach out to your commissioner, whoever your commissioner is, to try to get that started. Another thing I want to talk about, y'all know I've been dealing with a lot of issues surrounding housing authority, right? And we just ain't gonna sugarcoat this one right here. I'm gonna shoot straight from the hip. I ain't gonna put no cut on it. Everybody in the city of Athens and even outside of Athens know that we have a serious problem going on with housing authority, right? But I want y'all guys to understand something when I say housing authority. Every individual in the housing authority ain't a bad person, right? They ain't a bad person. But overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, I can't even get them a 2. I can't. The housing authority situation is really, it's been messed up, and it's going deeper and deeper. It's going deeper and deeper in the hole, man. All the staff is quitting. And let me tell you, I'm not gonna never, and this one reason why I'm doing this live. I'm not gonna, for y'all that just start tuning into this stuff, what I be displaying on my live, I'm not gonna never say nothing that I can't prove. Everything that I say, hey, good evening, Mr. Elder. Everything that I say in my videos or on live or in a post or whatever, I got those receipts. I'm not gonna sit here and speculate, if this a good person, if this a bad person, they did this, they did that. If I say it, I meant it, and I can prove it. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. If you want some sugarcoat, continue to read the flagpole and Athens Bunny Harold. They'll give it to you sweet. I'm not gonna give it to you sweet, and I don't care who feelings I hurt. I don't care who feeling I hurt if it involves you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not intentionally trying to disrespect nobody. So don't take that the wrong way. But if it's a problem and I done reached out to you and tried to fix it, and you kind of like turn the blind eye to it, then it's a problem. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say what I need to say. And if you got a problem with it, call your lawyer. All I can tell you. I mean, that would seem like everybody doing, calling a lawyer. But the one thing that I want to say is, do anybody know this? And the reason why I'm gonna put his picture up there, cause he made a post about me, and I want y'all to go look at. He just wasn't bold enough to put my name in it. Okay, so this is the guy right here. I'm gonna put his picture up there so y'all can see him. Y'all see this guy right here in the red shirt? His name is Charlie Maddox. There you right, Mr. Elder. His name is Charlie Maddox, right? He made a post saying that he can't sit back and watch somebody attack housing authority without saying anything, right? Now, mind you, he's a board member on Athens Housing Authority board, right? He's a board member, and he have been on housing authority for almost 30 years. Now, mind you, board members don't get paid with housing authority, right? They don't get paid. But he's been on the board. He's been on the board with the Athens Housing Authority now for almost 30 years. And we done had problems in the community with housing authority about that long. So that pretty much tell you what type of work that he does or whatever. So, but his name is Charlie Maddox. When y'all get a chance, go to his page and look at his page. Go to his page and look at his page. He made a post the other day. I don't like when people attack housing authority. And man, you ain't. Let me just say this. Man, you ain't. And it's Sunday. I ain't gonna cuss. I know the pastor be watching my page. So, man, you ain't doing nothing on housing authority to help this community. You are part of the problem. You and your executive director. You guys are a part of the problem. It ain't that, but like 3 board members that's on housing authority board that even worse, I salute. You know what I'm saying? Cause I know they good people and I know they mean what's right. But Charlie, you are part of the problem. And looking at this picture, hold on, let me show y'all that picture again. Looking at this picture, or you is the reason why you part of the problem. You part of the problem. That's Charlie Maddox right there, guys, in the red shirt. He is part of the problem. What person you know sits on a Athens Housing Authority, any board? If you Google his name, he a part of like 50 boards in Athens. He sits on like 50 boards. And the majority of the board that he sit on is part of the board that's hurting the community. But what person you know sits on a board for 30 years and don't make no type of changes? Man, you are part of the problem. And if you know, I'm doing some digging on you. And now this is also the same individual. He ran for mayor a couple of years back. He ran for mayor. Didn't get no votes. Didn't nobody vote for him. So they should have told him right there he's part of the problem. But for you to make a post, a subliminal post like a little female about Charles Hardy and what Charles Hardy have said, bruh, you don't want that smoke with me because I'll break your whole life story down on social media, man. You don't want, you don't want that smoke with me, man. Your time have expired. You've been sitting on Athens Housing Authority board for 30 years. It's time for you to go. Move out the way and let somebody else come in. You dig what I'm saying? Let somebody else come in that knows the community. I mean, you in almost 80, 70, 80 years old, man. Move out the way and let somebody else come on that board that gonna correct these problems that the staff and the residents are having. Not just the resident, the staff is having a problem too. So get off that board, let somebody else come in that's going to help fix this housing authority issue. You got an executive director that don't respect the residents or the staff, for one. You dig what I'm saying? Your time is up, pimp. It's time for you to go move out the way. Move out the way. 30 years you been on there and you ain't fixed nothing. Get out the way, bro. Nobody want to hear that, man. Get out the way. And I ain't gonna disrespect you on live. Like, you need to get off that board though. You need to get off that board. That board ain't for you. You need to get off all the boards. All those boards you need to get off and let this next generation get on that board and fix our community. Cause you are part of the problem. You a big part of the problem in Athens, Georgia. Now you can go make you another. Now if you make you another post and you feel like you want to talk about Charles Hardy, then I'm going to just break down your life story. What you, by 70, a little over 70 years old? What I'm going to do, I'm going to start from when you were 1 year old and talk from 70 years of time, your whole life story. I'm going to talk about your whole life story, and I ain't going to put no cut on it. So think about I'm trying to help this community. You dig what I'm saying? I'm trying to help the community. You are trying to find excuses for why you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. I don't look for excuses. Either I'm going to do it or I'm not. You dig what I'm saying? I don't look for no excuse. Oh, I got a good, I take it personal when somebody talk about the board member. Man, damn them board members. If they were doing what they were supposed to be doing for the community, it wouldn't be so many problems. You hired an executive director that is bringing housing authority down, not bringing them up, to bring them down, not just the resident, the staff. Why all your staff quitting? Why all the staff quitting from housing authority? Explain that, Mr. Maddox, since you want to talk, since you want to run your mouth. Explain to us why the contractors are not getting paid from your executive director. And they got to go get an attorney to try to stop the contractor from suing them. Explain that. You are part of the problem. You are part of the problem, man. And any board member that sit back and ignore the problem that going on with housing authority, with the staff and the resident, they are part of the problem too. They are part of the problem too. I got a call from one of the board members the other day, and they said, Mr. Hardy, what's your gripe? What's your gripe? I said, well, my gripe is, for one, You got staff complaining about your executive director, and y'all won't do nothing. You got multiple staff members, a part of that work at Housing Authority, complaining about the executive director to you guys, and you guys won't do that. That's my first gripe. My second gripe, why all the community partners that used to partner with Housing Authority throughout the years, why are they not partnering with Housing Authority no more? Like, why? You ain't got but two. Right now, Housing Authority, from when I checked, Housing Authority only have like 2 partners. Everybody done bailed out. Ernest, everybody, all the partners that used to partner with Housing Authority to help our community, they done pulled away from y'all. They not even partnering with y'all no more. So what that ain't telling y'all nothing. It's a problem. All the staff that was currently there, they gone. They leaving. They leaving. That ain't telling y'all it's a problem. Well, Mr. Hardy, we got protocol. Look, I don't want to hear nothing about it wasn't no protocol when the girl ceiling fell in last week and y'all didn't do nothing. It wasn't a problem when mold was found over in Bunny Lane in 25 units. It wasn't a problem then when your executive director said, don't tell the residents you seen that. I mean, it wasn't a problem then. So I mean, don't come to me with protocol. You shouldn't have even called. No, you did right by calling me and asking me what my issue was. I think my issue is, I think that this new executive director that you guys have that's supposed to be managing all these properties and that staff is not doing an excellent job. And for Charlie Maddox to want to take up for her or whoever he's taking up for, it speaks volumes. It speaks volumes. Looking at her paycheck, I'm gonna put a document at the end of this live when I get off, a document just to show you guys how much money this lady is making. How much money she is making. You will be surprised. Y'all will be surprised. She's like one of the top paid performers in Athens. And for Athens residents and staff at that facility to be going through what they're going through, it ain't right. It ain't right. We got to fix it. We got to fix it. We got to fix it, man. 2 of the people that she fired, like DeWitt, I'm gonna give y'all a perfect example. DeWitt Ford. Everybody know Ford, right? DeWitt Ford got fired. She fired DeWitt Ford, had him escorted off the premises, right? And never gave him an excuse why she fired him. My ceiling finna fall in currently. What? I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. But she escorted him off the premises, right? Never gave him an excuse why she fired him. Cause Georgia is a free will state or whatever. So anyway, he filed for unemployment. And just a couple of weeks ago, he got his unemployment. The Department of Labor said there were no justifiable reason why that guy was fired. Therefore, y'all gonna have to pay him. And y'all better pray to God he don't turn around and sue behind it. So y'all don't think that's a problem? Man, y'all gonna keep dragging it out, hoping things get better. It's not gonna get better. You got contractors not being paid. Look, let me tell you something. When I say it, I can prove it. If I ever say anything on this live, I can prove it. I got video recordings in my phone when I interview contractors, staff, everybody. And they all outline that your executive director is the problem. You even got some contractors say they don't even want to come back. They don't even want to come back at all and work for you because it's just that bad. And y'all think it ain't a problem. And I don't supposed to say nothing. Don't tell the community nothing. Don't let the community know nothing going on. No, it don't work like that. If I'm going to be a community advocate and stand up for the community, then I got to keep it real. And this little man right here, I'm going to show y'all a picture one more time so y'all can, I don't know if y'all catching on what I'm saying. I'm going to show it one more time so you guys can see it, right? Somebody going to catch on in a minute. This guy right here, is one of the problems. Y'all will catch on to it in a minute. But when they lie in, some of you guys go over and look at his page. His name is Charlie Maddox. Go look at his page and look at the comments on there. Look at some of the comments on there. Another thing, I'm going to move away from the old man because I don't want him to go down and call the chief of police tomorrow and say, hey, I want to take out a one on Charles for talking about me. I don't want to have to go through that. Another thing I want to talk to y'all guys about, and I'm going to get off here because I was actually in that shooting pool, man. Bella said, Bella's supposed to have been with me, man. She said she didn't feel like getting on live tonight, so I left her upstairs. But another thing I want to talk to you about, y'all know that the contractors gave us, the people that building up Lay Park, right? The people that building up Lay Park, right? That's putting the student housing right there. They also gave the government $7.9 million. $7.9 million for affordable housing. For the government to be able to have $7.9 million for affordable housing for our community, right? Now, if y'all look at the mayor and commission meeting this coming Tuesday, coming up, peoples are trying to get the $7.9 million. Yeah. Yes, Miss Taylor. Yep. You catching on. Peoples are trying to get the $7.9 million that was given to the Athens community for affordable housing, right? Everybody housing authority trying to get some of it, which don't deserve no money from the government. Who are trying to get some of that money? Everybody trying to snatch and get some of the $7.9 million. And the community gonna wind up in the same shape it is now with no affordable housing. And while I'm speaking about affordable housing, y'all need to watch that mayor commission meeting Tuesday. And watch how it play out. I'm gonna break all this down in a whole nother post with documents next week. Well, probably Tuesday. I'm gonna break all this down for you guys so you can sit there and read and see what I'm saying. And while I'm speaking about affordable housing, everybody that stays in, and I'm talking to the people that stay in the Noda, and I'm talking about the people that stay in the Athens flat. Guys, people already don't want to see us with nothing. And I'm being sincere when I say this, and it ain't no bash towards nobody, right? They already don't want to see us with nothing. We got to do better in these areas. We're going to have to do better in both the Noda and the flats. We're going to have to do better, guys, as people. We don't need police is coming out there every 5 or 10 minutes. We don't need people getting hurt. We don't need people standing outside smoking marijuana. We got to treat our home as our own. We got to do better. We're going to have to do better, man. I remember back in the day growing up, we didn't have to call the police for this or do that. We maintain our own areas. You dig what I'm saying? We got to do better, y'all, as humans. We got to do better, man. If y'all see some, try to approach and deal with it with inside your community. You know what I'm saying? Stop letting it get to social media. If two people's out there arguing, don't put it on social media. You know what I'm saying? Try to find a way to correct it. Hey, y'all, why don't y'all sit down and talk? Or why don't y'all do, you know what I'm saying? We got to do better, man, because they looking at it. Peoples are looking at us like we don't deserve nothing. Why you think think about this. And I'm saying this, and I'm one of the ones. But think about this right here. All the money that have been given to the city of Athens, all the department, all the areas in Athens have been built up. But the black community, ain't nothing changed on the east side. Part of the west side is still the same. Ain't nothing been built up and gave to us yet. And I'm just keeping it real right there. They think we don't deserve it. They know what's going to happen. The things that's happening now. Gang members gonna take over. It's gonna be shooting. It's gonna be fighting. We need to stop that, bro. We need to stop that. And we need to focus on building our community up. I know a lot of y'all probably don't want to hear that. I ain't betting on community, but you stay there. Or your family stay there. There should be no reason why somebody call and say they scared to come out their front door because there's a whole bunch of young guys with their pants down smoking marijuana. Or the people across the street like to shoot their gun at night. I'm just using that for example. It shouldn't be like that. We got to, if we gonna stay in these areas and be in these areas, we got to love on these areas. We got to love on each other, man, and make our community better. We got to do that. I was looking at a video today, a situation on the block, and I was just looking at the area, roads tore all up, people hanging out like they don't care. I mean, we got to do better, man. We just got to do better. And we got to make these people give us what we deserve. But they figure they don't care, so why should we care? And then you got organizations and people fight to make it better for y'all, but y'all ain't trying to make it better for yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you see somebody kid I'm going to use the kids for example. If you see somebody kids or whatever out of pocket and doing something wrong, why don't you call that parent? You ain't got to go out there and chastise that kid. Some people don't want you to say nothing to their kid. Call the mama. Call the daddy. Hey, look, I seen your child with a gun last night. Or I seen your kid smoking weed or whatever the situation is. Let the parent deal with it. Because some of these parents don't be knowing what's going on with their child. But if you see it, let's fix it inside of the community. I see a lot of people say, just call the police and get a police report. We shouldn't have to call the police for nothing. For nothing. Coming to our community. Because there's supposed to be enough strong people inside of those community that know how to deal with those situations like it was when I was growing up. We had the grandmas and the granddaddy. We even had the drug, everybody. We corrected all our stuff inside. You know, we didn't go to social media. We didn't call the police. We kind of dealt with our issues inside of our community. You know what I'm saying? So we got to look at that, guys, until we start showing them that we mean business. I mean, stuff like this gonna happen, man, and we got to stop it. We gonna continue to lose? 10 years from now, when your nieces or your grandchildren or whatever come up in those areas, it gonna be so rough, they ain't gonna even want to stay there because we didn't do nothing at this stage to fix it. I mean, that's just real talk, man. I know some of y'all probably don't want to hear that, but that's just shooting it from the hip right there. I mean, if you want me to sugarcoat, I tell you, let's pray for the community. No. Let me tell you something about prayer. First, you got to believe. First, that's number one. You're going to have to believe. But prayer only works when you pay attention to God. You dig what I'm saying? If I take my Bible, if I go over there right now and get my Bible off that shelf and pray and say, God, keep me covered. Keep me covered. Don't let nothing happen to me. He ain't telling me that I can go walk out there in front of a car right now and I ain't going to die if that car hit me. You got to pay attention. You got to listen to what God is trying to tell you. I mean, that's just real talk, man. Everybody know how I feel about God. So, I mean, I ain't going to preach to you tonight, but I just want to say, guys, we got to do better inside Athens Flat and Belter Home and the Noda. We got to do better, man. We got to do better. And if you need help, there's so many people out here willing to help you guys. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I know, man, I get thousands of calls a day when people need support, help, or resources and stuff. And I ain't the only one. I might be the most vocal one, but I'm not the only one. We got to do better, man. We got to do better. Another thing, and I'm going to close out. I want to talk about this up and coming mayor race, right? I can't express how serious it is for us to vote on the 16th of this month, but June 16th. For the mayor of Athens, right? That is going to be so serious. And it could change the direction on the way our city is going. That's going to be very important. Now, from my understanding, a few people done told me that they wasn't going to vote. And I asked them, I'm like, why are you not going to vote? I said, did you vote this past election? She said, yeah, I voted. I said, so why you're not going to vote now? And they was like, because my candidate already done lost. What? So your candidate have lost. Excuse me. Your candidate have lost. So now you're not going to vote? You're not going to vote no more? You can't look at the remaining two candidates and decide who that person is you want to vote for? Let me tell you something. You know you living in a different world when an individual can persuade people not to vote. Do y'all know how important it is to have your right to vote? Let me tell you something. Even when I'm running in 2028, but let me tell you something, guys. If I had ran for mayor this round right here, right, and I had lost, and everybody supported me, said, well, we ain't vote for nobody else, y'all. We ain't gonna, you know what I would do? I would be man enough to say, hey, guys, look, out of the candidate that left, this is who I feel like you guys should rock with, and I'm gonna endorse them. Let's get behind them. At least we'll have somebody there that'll pay us some attention, that'll listen to us or whatever, right? I would never persuade you, because I know you know how many people want to vote that can't vote because of the restrictions on them? You got people, look at the news sometimes. You got people marching, rallying all over the United States about this voting thing. And for you saying you're not going to vote because your candidate done lost, that is crazy. And I'm going to just be real with you. On the 16th, when it's time to vote for mayor again, I just ask you, me personally, I think it should go to Dexter Fisher. Not because he's a black man and or none of that. I think it should go to Dexter Fisher because he's the only one between him and Tim Denson that got sense enough that know how our community go. That know that what we need for our community. Y'all see him fight on the mayor commission all the time. He done got to argue with the mayor and all these people. Y'all see him constantly fighting for this community. I know a lot of you guys, oh, well, I don't like him because of this or that. Look, let me tell you something. First, don't give up your right to vote, for one. Don't do that. When people done die so you can have that chance to vote. Don't put your personal feelings. Don't let somebody else implant their personal feelings into you to not to vote for a mayor of Athens. Because you not voting, only let the other people win. That's who win, the other people. The people that you don't need there. So I just ask, and I pray, and I'm telling you, I get probably 1.2 million views a week. Let me tell you something. For the 1.2 million people that might view this video or down the line or whatever before the 16th, we got to vote Dexter Fisher in. If you think our community destroyed now, if Dexter don't win, it's over with. It's over with. Trust me. And I know a lot of stuff, and I'm trying not to bash the man, bash Tim Denson. I'm trying not to bash him, man, but if Dexter lose, we in trouble. We in trouble. Y'all, I hate to say it like that. We are in trouble. So don't let nobody in their personal feeling persuade y'all from voting. I mean, even if you don't like an individual, look at their platform. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even if you don't want to vote for Dexter Fisher, I mean, that's cool. Cause it's your right to vote for who you want to vote for. I'm just telling you what I know for a proven fact. If Dexter don't win, we in trouble. I'm gonna say it real slow so you can hear me. If we don't vote for Dexter Fisher, we are in trouble. It can't get no clearer than that. And I'm saying that in a nice way to keep from bashing the other candidate. But do your research. Don't let nobody persuade you from vote, man, because your votes does count and it matters. And if I'm gonna tell you something. if Dexter don't win and you didn't vote, now I ain't saying voted for him, but if you didn't vote at all, ain't nothing I can really do to try to help, bring attention, help you out with rent, help you out with housing situation. Ain't nothing my hand gonna be tied, because we're gonna have people as a part of the government that don't care for us. I'm just gonna keep it real. You know what I'm saying? We got one or two commissioners now. We got one or two that like Miss Ovita, for instance. Miss Ovita is an awesome person. Man, vote for Miss Ovita on 16 too. Miss Ovita is an awesome person. Love her like a mama, man. She do so much for this Athens community, man. She been doing it from the school board to the commission. She been doing it for years. So I got to rock with Miss Ovita. I'm always rock with Miss Ovita. Win, lose, and draw, man. I love Miss Ovita, man. I love the work that she have dedicated herself to Athens. So I love that. But alongside her, I respect and love Dexter Fisher the same way, because I know that man is the only one right now. In the time that we are living in, he's the only one that can make this Athens community better. When you look at that, I'm gonna tell y'all something. This how you can tell. I ain't bashing him, but this how you can tell who to vote for, right? I want you to, when you get through watching this video, I want you to go to Dexter Fisher page, right? And I want you to go to Tim Denson page. Look at the crowd. I want you to look at the crowd. When you go to Tim Denson page, you don't see nobody from the community. Nobody, no blacks, nobody from the community. You don't see people from Belfort Home or Rolling Ridge. You don't see none of those peoples on their page nowhere. They're not helping him with his campaign. They're not talking about his campaign. He don't even want them a part of his campaign, right? You go to Dexter Fisher page and look at his page, you see blacks, whites, Latino, older people, young people. I mean, if that ain't that, we need a mayor. We need a mayor that's going to be a mayor for everybody. Not just the blacks, not just the white, they're not just the Latinos, the Mexicans. We need a mayor that's going to be a mayor for everybody. Everybody. And not you. I mean, Martin Luther King talked about this for years. He got famous on talking about this same stuff. We need a mayor that's going to be mayor for everybody. The elderly people, the church people, the blacks, the kids. When you cheat yourself and don't vote because you don't like a candidate because of whatever reason, imagine what you're doing to the community. You're not just hurting yourself by your vote. You hurting the community too, because your one vote could have been the one that person needed to win with. Man, y'all tripping, man. But hey, look, that's what I want to talk. When I get off, if y'all got chance before y'all go to bed, because I'm finna go finish shooting pool and then I'm gonna lay down. But go to both of them pages. Go to both of the candidate pages and you look. Hey, Sammy, happy birthday, man. Sammy Freeman, happy birthday, bro. I tried to call you, man. You went out that damn phone. Happy birthday, boy. I love you, man. When I get off live, I want you to go to Tim Denson page, go to Dexter Fisher page, and look at the communication between both of them with the community. Damn all that talking about they gonna do this, they gonna do that. We need a mayor that's gonna be a mayor for everybody. So push all their agendas to the side and look at the group. Look at the group of people that's surrounding them. Dexter got people from all background, all areas surrounding him. Tim Denson only got one area surrounding him. And I'm going to let you decide who that area is. Go look at that. But look, thank you guys for watching, man. Monday, tomorrow evening, right before Tuesday evening, right before the mayor commission me, I'll be back on to talk about that $7.9 million. So you guys can keep a real, and if you ain't doing nothing, if you guys ain't doing that Tuesday, you might want to go down to City Hall to the mayor commission meeting. It start at 6 o'clock. You might want to go down there and speak on that $7.9 million because it was given to us for affordable housing. So, and also go to Charlie Maddox page. Go to Charlie Maddox page. Look at Charlie Maddox page. and look at some of the comments. But that last post that he made is supposed to have been by Charles Hart. He's scared. I guess he's scared to say my name. But if he ever put my name in there, instead of being like a little female, if he put my name in there, I'm going to pick his whole life. I'm going to start it from when he was first born for the next 70 years. I'm going to talk about his life. And I'm going to destroy him. I'm going to destroy him. He going to be like, how you knew that? How you knew that? So don't make them posts, man. Say what you got to say. You love Housing Authority. You've been on the board for 30 years, but you have destroyed it. So get off the board, man, and let people do what they do, man, to make their community better. Let these young gunners, this young generation get in those spots and help fix our community. You know what I'm saying? Housing Authority plays a large part of our community. And for the people to be sitting there not doing nothing that's helping our community or helping their staff, that is a problem. And I'm going to continue to talk about it till you get it straight. So you think you made one video, I'm going to make you make one post. I'm going to keep making you make posts. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got way more followers than you got. So, I think people and anybody that doubt anything that I say, inbox me, text me. Cause I keep those receipts, baby. I got a desk full of them over there. I keep those receipts. I love those receipts. Hey guys, I love y'all, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all weekend. I'll be back on Tuesday, right before Mayor Commission meeting. Like I said, it's the Mayor Commission meeting is Tuesday, 6 o'clock. If you ain't doing that, then go down there and listen to how they trying to take our affordable housing money. I love you guys, man. Talk to y'all later.